Good morning. This is Mango. He's in his cage. And this is Blueberry. He's in his cage. And this is Rainbow. Today I would like to talk about different seed bowls or feeders, and also water dispensers or water bowls. As you know, there's many different types and styles of containers that could hold your pet's water. This one is a water dispenser that is easily removed like this. You turn it upside down, you fill it, and then you put it in the stopper and you put it in the bottom. So this type of water dispenser could go, actually it's best in the vertical bars. And then there's another type which I don't own. It's almost like this one, but it has a different type of dispenser at the end, and it trickles out water. It's more for like hamsters, that type of animals, but birds also could use it. And there's another one that is also shaped like this that dispenses water, but it doesn't have the stopper at the bottom. So that type of dispenser usually does not hold the water well and drips all over, and most people use that type as a seed feeder. And then there's another type like this. It's round but held by a metal ring which is screwed on the side, and you can use this as a water bowl or a feeder. Hi Mango, you eating your breakfast? Oh, that looks really good. Spring mix, right? Alright, and next I'd like to talk about feeders. Yeah, you want to talk about the feeders too. Yeah, that was good. You wiped your mouth on the perch. Getting back to the feeders, there's different types of feeders, as you can see. This one is the most common one and the most economical one to buy. It comes in different sizes. It hooks on to vertical and horizontal bars. Horizontal bars is the most versatile for this one. And these are vertical bars, but if you want to hook this type of feeder, you actually have to look for a horizontal bar. So it doesn't really fit into the vertical, but it latches on to any kind of horizontal one. And then we have this type of feeder, which has a little square in the back. And this type of square comes in different sizes too. This is on the small side, and it has 2 or 3 ridges which you can push through the bars if you have wider spacing bars. And this one comes in the shape of a twig with an orange. I have the same type of attachment for the corn, and over here for the pumpkin. So that's a second type of feeder. And as you can see, it attaches to the vertical bars pretty well. And it also attaches to horizontal bars as well too. I don't have one to show you, but this is not a feeder, but this is a perching toy. And as you can see, these are horizontal bars. It goes to horizontal bars as well. And then if you come over here, we have this type. I don't know if you can see it well. Let's move on to this area. We have this type, which is a clear with the top, and it could be used as a feeder or as a water bowl. My birds usually don't stand on this little perch. They just hop right onto this edge. And it's a covered bowl, which I like. It keeps the holes from jumping out of the cage, and it keeps everything more tidy. But the only thing is it has to go through one of these openings of the doors. Hope you can see this. See, it goes through the opening of the door. It kind of sits on one of the horizontal bars, and then you close down the door. So it has to go through one of these. And we talked about this type already, the ones with the hooks. Comes in different colors, different sizes. And we also talked about this one already. This is actually a larger one, a larger square, because this is a watermelon shape. But this is much larger than the other ones I have in the cage. You see? It's much larger, and I cannot fit this into this type of cage. So I think this type is good for the large cages on wheels, because they have wider spacing bars, and it takes up a lot of room. You can see the size. See? You see the different sizes? So this one is pretty large. This one is pretty large too. You can see its size. This is also for a larger cage. This is so large that it can't even fit through the tabletop cages that I have. So as of now, I use it on the outside. And this one is also a screw-in one. This one is a screw-in one too, with a cover. So even though they're different, they're same screw-in type, there's different types. So this is a plastic one. So after you screw it in, it's all covered, which I really like. This one has the, I don't know what you call this, some kind of turning nut, fly. And as you can see, after you screw it into the cage, this part still protrudes out, which I'm not too thrilled. But as long as it's not sharp, so I prefer this type of screwing on, because it's completely covered. But anyway, this one, after you screw it onto your cage, it could be horizontal or vertical bars. Then you just set this right on top. So this could be a feeder or a water bowl. And this one is similar to this one because it's hooded. It's similar to this one and this one. It's hooded and it has the shape of this one, but it has the perch in the front. So I haven't used this yet, but this is, as you can see, on the smaller size, like this one, smaller side. So we'll see. Different types of feeders. So I would say this is the most expensive one. And then comes the different shaped ones with the orange, pumpkin, watermelon, and corn shaped feeder. These are the most expensive ones. And this one. So these two. And then comes this. And then this is the most inexpensive. But if you have a bird that likes to lift up or throw things around, some birds could lift this up and just toss it to the ground if they get really aggressive. This one may not be as good because it's not as sturdy. It doesn't stay in the cage. But these square ones, they cannot throw anything or rip anything off the cage. Same thing with these screw-on ones. The birds cannot even budge it. Same with this one, because it's clamped down by the door. So if you got one of feisty birds, this one may not help. But I have the same type of plastic cups here, but yet they could turn like this. So they turn and they kind of hold on to the bars better. Or you can twist tie each one of these. I used to have a bird that would be lifting up the cup if she didn't like what's in it. And I resorted to twist ties. So those are the different types of feeders and water dispensers and water bowls. And you can try out all these different ones. They're fun for the birds, fun for the owners to look at. And depending on what type of cage you have and what type of personality of a bird you have, different styles can serve different purposes. Okay, Bluebird's eating his breakfast. What are you eating there? What a good boy. You eating all your pellets? You've been getting along with Rainbow, right? In the daytime, I let these two be together, and also with Mango. And now they can eat pretty close to one another. Before they can't even be in the cage together. Well, hope this helps. And just some thoughts about different feeders and different water holders for birds. Thanks for watching.